I went to the Meadowlands and I scored. That's because I don't play for an NFL team there, but I picked up some comic books. Flea markets have all sorts of collectibles. There are folks there with video games, sports cards, coins, jewelry. Not all the jewelry was out on the table. I'll tell you what I mean when I look at the books we picked up on this video from Bronzeville Comics. Hey there, panelologists. This is Jim from Bronzeville Comics coming to you with another video. Before we get started, please like, comment, subscribe. We're just this close to 5,000 subscribers, and in December, we're going to be doing our 5,000 subscriber giveaway. We'll pick the winners in the beginning of the new year. And very soon, we'll announce what the prizes are going to be. Also, follow us on other social media, on Instagram at Bronzeville_comics. And on Whatnot, also Bronzeville_comics. I do sales every Monday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. And next Monday is going to be, or this coming Monday, which will be November 27th, is going to be all Golden Age, Dell, 4-color, Looney Tunes, Little Lulu, you know, movie adaptations, TV adaptations, all sorts of random stuff. Pretty much everything starting at $3. So, today I went to the Meadowlands. It was cold, so I ventured out. It's a little light today. Not all the spaces are filled. I think the fact that it was like 30 degrees this morning. I got here was in the 30s, but yeah, it is chilly. It's probably even right now just in the mid 30s. So we got to scour to see if we can find any new stuff. So, yep, looking around. We'll turn around. Looking for comic books. What do you need that? Refrigerator?
Ah, mira las cremas y la cosa de...
Sometimes it's like, look at this, a lot of empty space. Probably a lot of the monthly people that decided, nah, not this morning. Too cold. They're probably smarter than me. Now, even though it was chilly, it was sunny, there was no wind, so it was fairly comfortable. And I was, as you saw, there were a lot of empty spaces, but I did come across a good number of comic book vendors. First guy I came across, he's there every week. And I saw boxes that I had been through before. I flipped through them. I'm like, okay, I've gotten the good stuff from this. He had a box of magazines. So I picked up 2 Planet of the Apes magazines. I'm a Planet of the Apes fan, so I thought these were cool to pick up. All in all, the whole day, I think I spent $180 on this stack of books that I got. And then I picked up, he had a bunch of Savage Sword of Conans, and those, it ran for 235 issues. The later issues are harder to find, so they do have a little bit more value. This is $225, and this is $233, so right near the end of the run. The last few issues are worth more and more and more. Then I went to somebody, and he had books, and he had prices on them, so he kind of knew what he had. And the prices, you know, he gave a deal. So he gave about half price, which was really, I was still paying, you know, kind of close to fair market value because the condition wasn't great. So I picked up this. First, Jubilee. But we have Mark Jewelers insert. And for those of you that don't know, what is a Mark Jewelers insert? Books that were distributed on military bases had this insert, and you can feel the book, and you can usually often tell if you just look at it from the top view that. And I picked up one of these at the Comic Crawl a couple months ago. Basically, what it was it was distributed on military bases so that military personnel could mail order jewelry for their wives or girlfriends at home. And it is a separate niche of the collectibles. Now, this is fairly late. This book is from 1989. I don't think the Mark Jewelers lasted much into the 90s, so this is a late model Mark Jewelers insert. And it does command more value on a key book. Like if you have it in a first Deadpool, that's worth a considerable amount of money. A New Mutants 98, books like that, especially so because the New Mutants 98 is later in the run. And then I picked up one other book from him, and it was this, Thor 411, the first appearance of the New Warriors, which in Cameo, which includes the first appearance of Night Thrasher, who's a skateboard-related hero. Night Thrasher's getting his own miniseries coming out soon, so renewed interest in the character. I don't know if it's going to be worth it to, you know, if they're going to put Night Thrasher into some sort of project. But there we are. We're introducing the New Warriors, and Night Thrasher's the guy front and center who's telling everyone that he is Night Thrasher. Not only that, but this book, like the other one, and I picked both of these up from the same vendor, is also a Mark Jewelers insert. They came in all sorts of different colors and styles, and they are a little bit heavier stock. They're more like a thin card stock, because what you would do is, you know, write your information in, cut out, and mail away. So you can often tell if you pick up the book. Like when I took these out of bag and board, I'm like, okay, that's heavier. What's going on here? It's either waterlogged or that. Then I went to another guy who I deal with often, and he was, you know, $1, $2 books. So I picked up a stack from him. I had gone through these books previously. I think, was it 2 weeks ago maybe I was there. And, but I got an X-Men one. That's a nice one. So I'm going to put those two books in the spec. I'm going to put the Planet of the Apes books in the save pile. Maybe I'll try to pick that around up. This is a fairly nice copy of, not a 9.8 contender, but First Bishop in Cameo, X-Men 282. Got a spec on that. Moon Knight. This is a Tarzan from the Gold Key run. I'm going to do this as a giveaway on Monday's show. So that'll be in a separate pile altogether. This I picked up. It's Superman 75, but it's a newsstand edition. Newsstand. You really want, I think it's the third print newsstand. This is first Omega Red, full appearance of Omega, cover appearance of Omega Red. Also newsstand. And this is a nice copy. It's not a 9.8, but I'm wondering, I might submit this Terminator #1, newsstand. The newsstand does have a premium there. Lower grade copy out of the poly bag of Static #1. Put that in the spec pile. Batman vs. Predator, issues 1 and 2. Issue 1 had 3 different covers. One with both Batman and Predator, one with just Batman, and one with just Predator. Always grab Amazing Spider-Man. Early enough, 207. Ghost Rider 15 with the glow-in-the-dark cover. A 15-cent Thor. Some Bronze Horror. I'm going to put that in the next Bronze Horror show I do, which might not be for another Infinity Gauntlet. Unfortunately, has a fingerprint on it. I did just get that in a 9.8. And then there was somebody I picked up just a few books from. Is this the same? I'm trying to think. No, it was, yeah. No, these I all got. These I all got from the same vendor. Again, a guy who's a dealer, does have a brick and mortar, and he knew what he had. He had a ton of dollar bins, and he had some priced books. I picked up the priced books, and I probably didn't get a great savings on them. First time that Laura Kinney meets Wolverine. Spec on that. Green Arrow #1. First solo Green Arrow story, newsstand. It's early, so it's not a big deal. It's a newsstand now. This one, I picked up Web of Spider-Man #70, newsstand. It's the first Spider Hulk. Right? Spider-Man gets all hulky. And this is reasonably high grade. I think I'm going to clean and press this and see how high it is, because another Mark Jewelers. 3 Mark Jewelers on the day. One thing is, I learned, when you clean and press these, you have to be really careful, because in order to return them, there's like some self-adhesive here. So if you're going to, put that in a moisture tank, that's going to stick to something. So beware. And then he had dollar bins. So I just picked up a few. I actually, and these are lower grade than I would love to have, but 2 Simpsons comics that somehow aren't in my collection, although they could just be stuck to the back of something else. And I picked up this Machine Man. This is the first Ditko issue. It's in pretty decent shape. And then this I'll spec on. This is, I think, a cameo appearance of Miss Martian and some others. And there was one guy. This actually, I picked up just 4 books from the next vendor. I picked up, this is for me to read, Young Avengers. This collects issues 1 through 6 of Young Avengers. And that is something that is becoming more important in the MCU. A pretty nice copy of Spawn Batman. Of course, they did a follow-up to that. That's with the Todd McFarlane cover. Venom, Funeral Pyre #1. Nice shiny cover. And then this, actually, it's not... It's in nice shape, but not like a 9/8 contender, because it does have a little chip in the top there, the spine. This is Marvel Age 134. Didn't last for many more issues after this, but this is first Beavis and Butthead. So, see what that brings. Then, where did I go next? Another guy that had like dollar bins stuff, all dollar bins. I think, and he had some $2 stuff too. Was it all this? Yeah, I think it was just, I didn't pick up a lot. He had a lot of repeats, and you could see there were runs like 10, 15 issues, copies of the same issue, but most of the keys have been pulled. This I grabbed, though. It's Action Comics 598. Needs to be bagged and boarded. First appearance of Checkmate. I've been specking on that if you've been watching the channel. Saga the Swamp Thing. This is pre-Alan Moore, but still. Then this is a somewhat desired cover of Wonder Woman. I'll use that as giveaways. And then some Captain Britain. I think this issue's 2, 11. Maybe I'll just keep these in the PC. Read them. 7. I've gotten a lot of these in 6. Oh, well, this was actually the next vendor. Then the next vendor had some really, I'm trying to think of what they were priced at. He had like $1, $2 books. I think I paid like $1. Oh, that's what it was. This is all from the same guy. Yeah. So I've gotten stuff from him before. He's always $2 a book, 3 for $5. So I got this. This is the first Magpie. Man of Steel #3. This World's Finest Jack White variant. I guess this is, I think he did, the recording artist did the art for that cover. Carnage Black, White, and Blood, second print. Just thought that was a cool cover to grab. Low grade copy. What is a nice Bronze Age book? Joker #2. Action 544. This is an anniversary issue. This is where Brainiac gets upgraded in his look from the, kind of 60s alien wearing shorts look to the more robotic look, and then Lex Luthor gets his battle armor. Another copy of the same Swamp Thing. The 2 issues of Flash, including the death of Reverse Flash. Again, these are not bagged and boarded, so... Now, this is an interesting book. I know it's a minor key. This actually, it's in decent shape. It definitely needs a press. So, I'm going to see, how high we can get it. But, like, the most recent sales of this in, like, very fine have been very high, like 3 high sales. I don't know why. All since, like, September. And it's Justice League of America 137. This is the first time that Superman and Shazam battle each other. I believe there might have, I don't know if the Treasury book preceded this, but yeah. And then I picked up the 3-parter of the this JLA JSA team up with the New Gods, and I believe it's this issue. This is the first issue of the run where this is the final issue, penciled by Dick Dillon. Yeah. This is the final Dick Dillon artwork on Justice League on 183 after he's done like 120 straight issues. And then the next issue is this issue, 184, and the artwork is by George Perez. Now, one of the things about this then, where was it? Yeah, the letters page acknowledges Dick Dillon's passing. And then the next issue was also done by Perez before they gave the art chores over to Don Heck. But Perez did a few issues of Justice League. And then I picked up, I don't know if anybody had dug through the books before, but I would think that if you're going to dig through those books, that particular box, you'd grab these. These 2 issues, classic Brian Boland covers. These are pricey in a 9.8. They are not a 9.8. This I picked up. It's part of a Legion crossover. I was looking kind of cursorily at the books to see it won't be, if they might be upgrades over my childhood copies from that era, because I'm trying to remember when I got the subscription. There was a year that I got a subscription to Justice League of America. I picked up this one. This is the first All-Star Squadron, and it's also the retelling of the origin of Red Tornado, a retconning of it, so to speak. But it's the first All-Star Squadron in one of those inserts, much like the New Teen Titans were in DC Comics Presents 26. And then I picked up these. These I'm going to look to see if they're PC upgrades. 144, this is the new origin of the Justice League of America, which involves the White Martians. And then just this a random issue, just to see if they're better than the ones I have from childhood. I probably have also picked those up over the years. I really have to kind of sort through everything. So that's it from the flea market. Nothing huge. No $100 books for $2, but some books to keep for the PC and a few books to spec on, and I don't know, maybe 1 or 2 books to possibly submit. So it's starting to get a little cold for the flea market. Like I said, when I got into the car, I think it was 39 degrees. And talking to a couple of vendors there, when they were setting up, it was still like in the 20s. So, we'll see. If it's a nice, sunny, non-windy day, it might be worth heading out and seeing what's there and seeing what we pick up. Anyway, thanks for stopping by. You can take a look at a couple of my other videos here. And this is Jim saying until next time, enjoy your comics.